Big old hairy bollocks. That's it. That's perhaps going to be my new opening line. Big old hairy bollocks. It's the new Bonanza opening introduction. Well, what we want to do is boot fast, as is so often the way. We need to boot fast because it's the only way to boot. You don't want to boot slowly. You want to boot fast. If you need if you need a lot of power, you want to be booting fast. Midway, don't fuck me. Don't fuck me, Midway. Nobody needs fucking by Midway. Well, it's Shadow Hearts, and it's time for tidying up some loose ends, loose ends, loose ends. Tidying up the loose ends, oh yes indeed. Let us tidy up, tidy all of the loose ends, loose ends, loose ends, tidy all of the loose ends. Now, I don't know, you're acting funny, Mr. Emulator, and you shouldn't be acting funny. You are doing peculiar things that I didn't want you or need you to be doing, but unfortunately, those things are happening, so we may have to live with them. Hopefully I can... Oh, well, nope, not if I can't pass the corner. I was going to say, hopefully we can get out of here without too much issues, but unfortunately, not being able to turn the corner tends to be a problem. Now, I will admit, I've been on the old Tinternet searching up a storm for all of the little secrets, and I've got several notes. I've tried to avoid too much detail in my notes because to a certain extent I want it to be relatively sort of unknown what's coming next. I mean, a couple of the bits you will have seen me doing last week going, I wonder why that's not worked. That's interesting. I don't know why that's not worked. Because there's an unfortunate sort of annoyance where I did some correct things last week, but didn't think to go back and do exactly the same thing again. And that's how you unlock some of these secrets. So, for example, we will... Oh, maximum wind. So we only need fire. That's convenient. I was going to do the graveyard first, wasn't I? Well, we're leaving the... whatever the fuck this place is. It was a mental hospital, wasn't it? We're leaving here first before we do anything major, and then we just need to choose a order of proceeding. Some things have to be done first, because that's the order you have to do them in order to get them done. But apart from that, we should be reasonably free. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's have a look. Okay. Right, I just want to check someone has the pedometer. I believe Alice was in charge of the pedometer, weren't you? Yes, indeed you were. I don't suppose you actually show me my steps here. No, I think I do have to find the silent doodah, the silent peddler man. Right, so other options of what we want to do. Let's have a look, let's have a look. That we might as well do together. That was annoying. Awesome, well done, you've already dismissed things. I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to deal with more Keith action. So what we're going to do is go back to the European map and go to Bistritz. Now, last week we went to Bistritz and it was all lovely. We went to Bistritz, we got several things done. But unfortunately what we had to do in order to unlock the thing that was missing in the castle was, you see, the little girl, whose name escapes me. Did I write the little girl's name now? No, I don't think I did. Oh, no, I did. Nina. The little girl called Nina gave us the Earthstone, I believe, from here. What you then had to do was exit Bistritz in order to enter Bistritz. Oh, her house is this one. I thought her house was down. Never mind. In order to come in here with Keith, and then... Oh, it's Keith. Keith, there's something I want to tell you. The other day when I was collecting nuts in the woods, a golden light burst from the castle. The light stayed around for a little while, then went back to the castle. What could it have been? A golden light. I wonder if it could be. Oh, and now we've unlocked a character in the castle. So we will want to pop to the castle and deal with... I don't think there's any items I particularly want or need here. Voodoo dolls. The fact I can just straight up buy some voodoo dolls wouldn't necessarily go amiss, because they are, I mean, I don't know, crucifixes are what you're going to want, really. We've obviously got one for Alice, but we do need... ideally, I think there's a maximum of 3. I might be wrong. There may be 2 or 3 crucifixes in the entire game, and you kind of want both of them. And I know we've already got one. I'm fairly confident I know where the second one is, and if there is a third, I may or may not bother getting it. It's mostly for some of these sort of side bosses who just go, hey, I heard you liked being healthy. No, you're covered in status ailments. Hey, I heard you liked being alive. No, you're dead now. Right, what I believe we want to do is what I did last week, prematurely unfortunately. We want to head down into the crypt where we first sort of encountered Keith. So we want to pop down to the tombs below the castle. Fortunately, I'm fairly confident, at least 99% confident, we never have to go up that bloody tower again. I know we did like twice previously, but now hopefully we do not have to go up the tower a third time. I don't know if I'm going to be ready for this encounter. We'll have to wait and see. It's why I decided to save it after all, because it was like, I don't know if I can win this. I can't remember how tough this fight is, so it will be interesting to find out, won't it? Ding ding ding. That should kill. If Alice can kill one, Keith can. Fucking hell. If Alice can kill something, anybody can kill anything here. 3.6 toughs. I assume that's relating to something I said. Unfortunately, as is so often the way. Oh, how tough this fight will be. You think it's going to be 3.6 toughs? Yes. It might be. It's difficult to say. That's strange. That's strange. It seems like a normal corpse. Okay, so I'm hoping, if he's not here... Ah, there he is! The Golden Bat. Okay. I'm never going to remember the voice between this and the next game, but the Golden Bat features heavily in the next game. Ah, you have finally returned. It's been a long time, brother. Brother! I am the brother of the Golden Bat. So my hunch was right. It didn't seem possible, but that voice is unmistakably my brother's. Hey, buddy. Aren't those bats? You bet I'm a bat. Something wrong with that, huh? He's a vampire, right? That's just a bat. That's just a bat. It's even shiny. That's right, buddy. My colors are bright, shiny gold. Trying to make something of how I look, bud? Huh? You want to go? You want to fucking go? Is that really your brother? He looks more like my brother. You don't have a brother, Yuri. What the fuck are you on, mate? Shut your trap. It was too noisy outside to sleep, so I decided to get up and fly around the village. My brother, becoming a bat is fine, but what if you can't get back to your former shape? He does get back to his former shape in Shadow Hearts 2. Shut up! You got a problem with bright, shiny gold. You make fun of bright, shiny gold, and I'll make you wish you hadn't got that. I hate to tell you, but isn't that shiny deal kind of out of style? Ah, shut up, Keith. Yes, brother. I believe Keith might be a silver bat, for those interested. I think you only find that out in the second game, though. And then there is the third sibling, who is a pink bat. Don't yes, brother, me. I was waiting here today so I could give you a special present. Here, take it. Zapping me is not wonderful, but a sword has appeared in Keith's hand. I believe it's the Turving, the Demon Sword Turving. It's the legendary magic/demon sword our family has owned through the generations. You got it. When our forebears sensed that the world might be destroyed, they came to me. Bestow this upon the one who will become our warrior, they said. I don't know what to say. It is an unimaginable honor I humbly accept. Not so fast. The sword isn't yours for the taking. You've got to earn it by showing me you can handle it. Your test will be a duel with me. If you win, you'll be master of the demon sword. If you lose, you will die a true death. On guard. So, it's Hot Bat on Bat Action. It's the golden bat. Look at him shining. Look at him shining. Ooh, look at him shining. He is a shiny, shiny bat. I'll bet just 5 pounds. Give it your best shot. Oh, shit. Oh, double shit. I don't know if I've got the... I can't use rituals, I can't use items, I can literally only attack. I don't know if I've got the skill to do this. I don't know precisely how many attacks it would need, and I don't know precisely how strong Keith has to be. Too slow, too slow. And by the way, hello, hello, hello. Yes, I'm not going to do the to the power of. I think we'll chalk that one off in the book of many overplayed jokes and turn the page on it. Not a chance. You'll never even come close at this rate. No, you're quite right. I'm not. Oh shit! No, definitely not going to do it now. I don't think. Chink chink. Oh, are you blinded by my shiny golden card? What I might need to do, I might need to do something like the heavy jug or the light jug or whichever jug gives me bonus attack. Is the demon sword too much for the swordsman to handle? I mean, it's a very nice sword. It's a very nice sword. Unfortunately, I don't necessarily think I've got. I don't think I've got the attacks to. Oh, he's flagging, but I think he's flagging 1 turn too late. That was 5 turns, so get out of here. No, wait. I'll let you just try 1 more time. Okay. Bollocks. Time's up. Say your prayers. Yep. That's unfortunate. What do we fancy doing about that issue? It did look like I made him flag, so I think one crucial thing is I need to actually hit the judgment ring more. And the other thing, I think maybe if we... Okay, so I don't really need defense power. Don't necessarily need health either. Okay, so warning device doesn't make a difference. Angel earrings, that would increase my attack a little bit, but not a huge amount. SP gain, no, that's not really useful. Special attack's not going to be useful. Demon earrings, physical damage given and received up 20%. Yes, please. Berserker earrings. I believe if we go and try and find... I mean, Mind's Eye would probably be very good, but I mean, I had enough trouble landing a Keith attack based on him being sort of, you know, absolutely, you know, it being visible. Where are we? I know. Oh shit! Oh, interesting. Oh no, there they are. There we go. The small jug. That's what I'm after. I want the small jug because the amount of time I'm in battle won't make a difference losing 2 SP a turn, but it does give a substantial boosting to my stats. So I think, unless I've made a terrible mistake, I need to just double check. Demon earrings, yeah. Given and received up 20%, that's not a problem. Earrings still filled with the rage of the demonically fierce warrior Muzu. They raise the physical damage inflicted, but also raise physical damage received. Well, 999 is not going to be an issue either way. And then that's my little small jug. The Chinaware wine bottle of Xiaoshua, or Xiaocha, follower of the great drunken master Jackie. SP decreases 2 points every turn, but something good could happen too. Yes, it super dupers your stats. Now, I must admit, I suppose I should have probably changed the items and then gone back and saved it again, but never mind. And what we'll just have to do is skippity 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 the dialogue. Give me the sword, sir, give me the sword. Hurry up and give me the sword. Again, I probably could use a turbo button, but I don't think it's going to take too much time. I suppose the other way, if I lose again, I suppose I might need to train if I lose again, but what I might consider doing if I lose again is I'll drop a save state just here so that we don't have to repeat the dialogue every... Oh, no, actually, having said that, I need to repeat the dialogue every time if I drop a save state just before talking to him, but I don't know. I suppose I could drop a save state here, but for now we'll try and do it without sort of manipulation of any given sort of extras. What I just need to do is at least get good on a couple of them. I mean, I need to at least get good on every single turn. What would be ideal? What would be ideal if I didn't do that? Okay. I may still be able to come back from the miss, but it's difficult because you've only got a certain amount of turns. And yes, I'm definitely blinded by your coat. I know. It's unfortunate, but there you go. Sometimes... Oh, he is potentially flagging. So I think a couple more turns. The unfortunate truth is I don't know how much wiggle room you have here. It looks like I might have just enough wiggle room to maybe do it. Oh, I could have done with a bit more. Getting nice on the first one. Oh, there we go. So you get at least a turn's worth of wiggle room, because that's the golden bat did. Well, it's not, because as specified, the golden bat is a character. Oh, I got Apsaras. When we're popping back to the save point, I may try and show off Apsaras. Excellent work. The magic/demon sword is now yours, my brother Keith. You must live to see the future with your trusted friends. Goodbye, Joachim Valentine. Oh, I have no idea what's happening now. Oh,
it feels so wonderful.
Okay.
I feel so truly alive at this moment.
I'm slightly concerned how close to his accent I actually slightly was.
Such a rapturous feeling of bliss. To live, to peer into tomorrow's tomorrow. That is my deepest desire. You, my friends, have liberated me from the prison of endless tedium. And no matter what may await me in the days and months,
unfortunately, I have no idea when your internet dropped, so it's difficult to say. But I won the battle, so I now have the ultimate demon sword.
I shall travel with you all to the very end, to be witness to the tomorrow that we create with our very own hands.
Woo! Woo ultimate Keith weapon. Alright, all preparations are complete, let us be going. What is with these brothers? Has made a power-up possible? Are you kidding? Huh? He's all roaring to go. The Valentine family are all fucking deranged lunatics. Keith is actually far camper than I ever gave him credit for, but nonetheless, the entire family is utterly batshit. Literally bat, because they are bats. As I was discussing earlier, the gold bat we saw there is Keith's brother, and that's, you know, you find out more about Keith's brother in the second game. There is also a sister in the Valentine family tree, and she is a pink bat. I believe, if memory serves, in this game you meet the golden bat, and then in the second game the golden bat is revealed to be Joachim Valentine, and then in the second game you meet the pink bat, and then in the third game they reveal the pink bat's identity. So actually, ideally, I didn't really want to... Interesting, I don't remember... I mean, I have played Xenoblade Chronicles, but not in quite some time. Oh, damage and cure status. Might be quite good. Let's see what the sort of spirit summon behind him turns out to be. Let's hope it's not... I was going to say, let's hope it's not a half-naked lady. It turned out it was a half-naked lady. Do you meet the Rouge Bat? Maybe, if they ever got a fourth game, you might have. I'm not 100% sure. I've got a feeling in the third game, you do meet... Can't remember if it's the second game or the third game, but I think you do meet a Silver Bat. But I'm relatively confident the Silver Bat turns out to be Keith. I think Keith is the Silver Bat in the situation, but I can't remember if they ever did sort of try and drop another family member in the third game because they were hoping for a fourth game. I genuinely can't for the life of me remember. But as I say, I'm relatively certain you meet... I definitely know for a fact that Joachim Valentine is the Golden Bat, whom we have just met. I am reasonably certain they do drop the pink bat in the second game and then reveal the pink bat in the third game. Right, so let's have a look. As I mentioned earlier, physical notes where I've been looking shit up. Right, so Blue Castle. What we had to do was meet Nina in Bistritz to unlock the Golden Bat. We have now unlocked the Golden Bat. Superb. Right, what's the next step we want to do? I suppose actually a useful next step would have been potentially to do something else, but oh, there we go. That's the one. Yes, I do like my physical notes. I do enjoy my physical notes. Okay, let's get in here. Oh, hello. Are you new? Oh, no, you're the silent pedometer. Or the silent... no, I don't want... Oh, I always choose the wrong option. Every fucking time. Which would you like? Okay, so moon swallows and star swallows, I believe... Oh, that's interesting. At least I now know that I'm about halfway to where I actually need to be. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the 10,000 steps on the pedometer, but... I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know if it will make that much difference. Right, we wish to reform the party. So let's... I suppose we might as well try... Marguerite for now, because I believe there is a secret involving Marguerite in here. So we'll just drop a equal save. Now with this, I'm probably going to abuse the save states just to cut a little bit of time out of it, because what you would usually do here, I believe, I'll just check if he is the right fella. He is the lottery number 6. Now, theoretically, he's going to have the 10 gauge. He does not have the 10 gauge. I wonder if I have to win the accelerator before getting the 10 gauge. Definitely possible. If I win the accelerator, that would be marvellous. I did not. That's not really what I want. So, I'll tell you what we're going to do. What we're going to do is go to data, and we're going to load, and we're going to go back to the save point. Now, traditionally, this is what you would need to do when trying to get these lottery items. What I'm probably going to do is drop a save state just a little bit before this dude, so that we can prevent me having to reload and walk out there each time. Only written physical notes for a game once when I was like 10. My parents found them and were really impressed by how neat my handwriting was. Oh, very nice. It was a massive departure from my normal handwriting. Well, I suppose you knew you needed it. You know, you knew you needed that information fast. Right, okay. Save state saved. And now, let's try and win this accelerator. So let's... Oh, shit. No, I'm supposed to say yes to dealing with the lottery. Sure, I'd like to play. Alrighty. Okay, so we were around about the green last time. So what you can kind of do... that was probably way too early. Yeah, that was way too early. Right, okay. I suppose what I need to do is try and remember the save state shortcuts. So it's F3. So now, as I say, traditionally you would reload your save file and walk out of the inn and back round to Hooked Nose Robin. I'm just cutting the walking part out. Whoop, and something nearish to that. Not quite. So theoretically, F3. There we go. Marvellous. So I was bloody close. Bloody close. Right. Okay. So we want it sort of like there, I think. That might be it. No. Not quite. A little earlier. No, I mean, it really isn't. As I say, on the PlayStation, what you'd just do is you'd keep repeating it, but the only difference here is you would need to walk back from the inn each... Is that the accelerator? Yes, it is. Superb. Right. Okay, well, that's sort of what I wanted. I am just going to double check my... double check the amount of lottery tickets I've got. That's what I want to do. Lottery tickets, where are you? Okay, I've got 5 lottery tickets, so we should be alright. What I'm going to do, once again, is we're going to pretend that I went back to the inn. and saved it. And then theoretically, I may have to leave and return. Okay, no. Right, so let's F3 back out of there. Maybe I have to leave and return. Or there's something even more special that I'm meant to be doing. But apparently this is how I get... Oh, that's interesting as well. Okay. That's 2 notes in one. And it's not necessarily being as clear as I would like it to be as to which it's supposed to be. In fairness, the guide I was reading seemed to be very much sort of like, I mean, it's supposed to happen. I don't know what, how, or why. So it's like, are you fucking shitting me, mate? You're the fucking bloke writing the guide. If you don't fucking know, who the fuck will? But yeah, theoretically, I think somewhere along the line. No, apparently, yeah. Interesting. I wonder why Marguerite is not triggering, well, basically anything here. Maybe exiting will trigger Marguerite? Marguerite, do you want to trigger? Unless I actually have to have exclusively me and Marguerite. Let's try that. Let's try exclusively me and Marguerite. I'm not 100% convinced you're allowed to do that. But, you know. Oh, a guide was required, is it? Tut, tut, tut. He says, using a guide. So, yeah, okay. I don't think I can just ditch Alice. I think someone else has to take her place. Yeah. So I can't just remove Alice. Maybe it has to be a bloke rather than Alice? I can't imagine that would make a difference, but we'll try it. And I'll try sort of a full exit entrance. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Listen to me, please. Listen to me, please. No, I don't. What precisely? What's your husband dealing with? Involved in work. I don't really know what your husband's work is. Are you on a trip? No, not really. They had what you needed to get to 124%, but the end of the page said something like, this takes to 124%. I don't know where the last percent is. Oh, I mean, I don't know if it's the same one, but the one I've been finding is, I think it's something like Neoscape or some such. I don't know for absolute certain, but that one seemed quite capable. But it wouldn't surprise me, because, I mean, some of it seems to be, like, the resources you've got are so limited. Oh, the wiki. Oh, that might be... Not sure, that might be one and the same. If the wiki is based off of a place called Neoscape or something, I don't know. Unless it is literally just reventurewiki.com or something, but... I feel like we might be talking about the same place, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so Marguerite is an issue. Okay, we're going to just drop that save state again so that I can just check the lottery again without actually using a lottery ticket. No, okay, so her flipping gun is not here. I wonder why her gun is not here. Anyway, I suppose we'll leave it for now and move on to the other. Whoops, will you please? I suppose maybe let's check the rooms, see if there's anything pertinent in the rooms now. Because supposedly there's a couple. There's an arguing couple potentially somewhere as well, but you have to somehow, some way, you have to get them to trigger, which potentially gets you sort of to trigger something else. And I fucking, as I say, I do not fucking know. I'll tell you one last thing I'll try, because it's only 300 cash, and I think at this point I'm getting to the stage where... Oh, did you actually... Oh, I've said no. That's why. She's already equipped with a serious pair of ballistics. Indeed. No, silent pedometer. No. Or sorry, he's the silent peddler who peddles his silent pedometers. Are you a significant thing? What am I doing? Oh! Interesting. I said I had plentiful money, so yeah, I'll take the stone. The water Interesting. I mean, I need it. And wanted it. I just, for some reason, thought I had it. But yes, goody. Well, I've accidentally got the water gravestone, so that's a thing. Strangely glowing stone amidst the same cold feeling that I get in the graveyard. Well, that's super. I mean, I'd have been really annoyed having having fluffed that and missed out on it. So, I mean, I'll take the win on that one. Whoops, I didn't mean to go in the back there. What I want to do is drop an official save and then exit and enter the town to see if having picked up the water stone has triggered anything new. So we'll keep Zhugen in the party for now, because I'm not actually doing anything particularly combat related, and I do need him in the not too distant future. Right, I'm once again, let's drop that cheeky little save state, because I mean it's fascinating. Yeah, it's definitely not there. But yeah, somewhere along the line I saw a little note that suggested her 10 gauge became active on the lottery man. Oh, here we go! Sure, whatever the religion, it's all the same God. Maybe I'll chant a few nembutsus myself. That's totally not his voice, but never mind. Hey, sonny boy, mind if we have a talk over there? Huh? Here we go. This is what I was expecting. Her in a confessional. Which I can't deny. Me and her in a confessional would please me. Please me greatly. What is it? It's a white hole. Don't worry, just go in there. I'm not sure I like where this is going, although having said that, I quite like where this is going. So she's going to do a little confessional for me. It seems someone is in the neighbouring confessional. I wonder who. Oh, there's only 3 people in the building, and one of them is doing them butsus. So who could it be? Oh, are we getting... Oh.
Would you listen to me for just a few minutes?
Oh, call me Daddy.
The world today seems to be heading toward disaster. No, I'm not talking about Albert. The countries known as the power.
I'm assuming they all get a
massive
fancy little
sums of
cutscene.
money into building up their militaries.
Which I couldn't,
like
I hadn't
children
remembered this.
Vying for the biggest collection of toys. And you know, at first I thought I would just use Yuri and the others. I thought I could use their remarkable powers to benefit our nation. Yes, just like the Japanese army was trying to do. But the more I watched that reckless Yuri in action, the more ashamed I started to feel. I mean, Yuri really isn't thinking about anything. He's not thinking of a national interest or politics.
Not sure that's a good
money,
thing to...
or of anything he has to gain or lose. He just sees that girl, and he sees all the forces lined up against her. And so he protects her, nothing more. Just like some comic book hero, you know. But I'm a little jealous. I mean, the really important things in life aren't about profit and gain, right?
I mean, most of them are.
Maybe I'll start searching for those things too. The truth is, I'd really like to search for them together with him, but...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Forget I said that.
Yuri's an
Thanks
Alice
for
man,
listening
I'm
to all my
afraid.
silly talk.
I mean, trust me, Marguerite, if it was my choice, you would be the one. But unfortunately, it's Yuri's choice. Makes me so excited. All better now. Here, this is for you. A tiny box was slid into the small window. You've received the pearl ring. Bye-bye now. It's an amazing summary of his go. Oh, harsh. I don't know what the pearl ring is. I'm assuming the pearl ring is an accessory, rather. Pearl wing, there we go. Pearl cuts water damage in half. A ring with freshwater pearl on a base of blue coral, worn by the witch Esla. I genuinely, when I first read that, I thought it said Elsa, And I was thinking, let it go. The rainbow-coloured pearl is still growing larger. Cuts water damage in half. I mean, yay, but eh? I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, but under only very specific circumstances is that pearl ring useful. Sorry about that. It's been a long time since I chanted any Nembutsus, and they made me sleepy. Eh, what's the matter? Your face is red. It's, nothing. So, that's it. Let's go already. And he sprints away. Hey, kid, what the fuck you going? That was a bit too spicy. Oh well. I love Marguerite. She's the best. Unfortunately, she's slightly outclassed by the vampire, who's known as Keith, and only as Keith. Right, okay, so now I'm afraid we're going to be checking that lottery man one more time. That's right, it's the lottery man, at least one more time. What I am going to do is just refresh the town, as it were, first. So we'll pop in, we'll pop out rather, and then pop back in again. I know it's slightly tedious, but still, this is the unfortunate problem. Right, and now we'll drop that cheeky little save state again. And now, do you have... Oh, yes, in fact, he's going to. Because he was lottery member number 6. He is now lottery member number 2. So, yes, I will play the game. I don't know what the Dice of Caesar is. I mean, if I happen to win a Dice of Caesar, I'm going to at least look at it. But ultimately, I'm looking at trying to get the 10 gauge. Holy fuck a monkey. Try there. Oh, dang it. Well, let's load that save state. Sure, I'd like to play. Right, so we were way over there, so maybe something like that. Too early. And away we go again. Sure, I'd like to play. Yes, here we go. Right, and now, okay. So we want it like that, maybe. That's close. Okay, that's the Dice of Caesar. Now, what we're doing here is I'm going to check what the fuck it is and see if it was a waste of fucking time. Because if it's a waste of fucking time, okay. Dice said to be made from the bones of Caesar. It's unclear whether they're lucky or unlucky. A rare item popular with gamblers. Won't work with a key to success. Fair enough. What are you supposed to do? 1 to 3 allies gain triple strength. Misses possible. Nah. I'm just going to go for the gun. That's all I want to do. I want to save the lottery. I can always come back and manipulate this lottery if I desperately want a Dice of Caesar. But unfortunately, I can't say I really particularly want a Dice of Caesar. Oh, shite. I almost got another one. We need to be a lot earlier with that one. A lot earlier. Sure, I'd like to play. I think we're looking at sort of hitting round about the green area. Ooh, little later. I'll tell you what, these save states do make this quicker. As I say, I do vaguely remember doing the sort of wandering out. Oh, you bastard. Wandering from the inn to the lottery man to the inn to... Oh, no. Oh, fuck that. Never mind. Into the lottery man, into the lottery man, into the lottery man. And just having to do that over and over again. And unfortunately, there are several more lotteries we are going to have to deal with and do exactly this. Because, I mean, it's unfortunate, but it really is just like trial and error. Because it's sort of, you try and just get a little bit closer each time. Dang it all. You kept going into the lottery man. Yes, that is exactly what I said and exactly what I meant. Okay, I might try one of the other reds. See if I can. No, okay. That was early. That's interesting. Let's see. So if that was early, it's going to be early again. That one. Yeah, because I'm fairly confident I did it in exactly the same place the second time. surprisingly difficult to win the lottery, unless, of course, you have this ability to keep on. Come on, you cunt. Well, I think the lottery may have started annoying you, hasn't it? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, let's try. Ah, that was way too early for any of them. Yeah. Oh God. It's trying to get that timing. Ah, yeah, bastard. Annoyingly, it's slightly beneficial in some ways. It's beneficial, but in other ways, it's a fucking nuisance. That he said the first option you've got is the no option. Ha! No, I think that's too early. Yeah, I could. Oh. It's one of those ones where by the time your eyes process the information. Yeah, I can't deny, I was wondering precisely what it is, but just believe in the heart of the cards. Well, I suppose heart of the lottery. Yeah. Come on. 10 gauge is mine. Thank you very much, sir. Give me the 10 gauge. Glad to see you're doing so well, Marguerite. Oh, he was an agent, perhaps. Oh, I might not be able to come back and get a dice of Caesar after all, but whatever. He's always spoiling his kid. He's your father? He has a fake nose on. What the fuck? Cute, isn't it? Thinks he's wearing it. He thinks he's in disguise wearing that thing. What the fuck? Thanks, Dad. Thanks for giving me a gun and making me work for it through the lottery. Yeah, that's exactly what we all wanted, wasn't it? Fucking stupid father. Right, so Marguerite now has... Oh, she had a Mauser prototype as well, but the 10 gauge. I suppose let's have a look at the Zerial. The most perfectly balanced of all 9mm portable machine guns, extremely reliable with a low malfunction rate. And then finally the Mauser prototype, a rapid-firing machine gun prototype using 9mm parabellum bullets. Its unique wooden stock can be fixed to the ground as a base. Heavy, but incredibly powerful. In fairness, as far as the game's concerned, that was first try. And now finally the 10 gauge. I mean, sweet as. Many brave warriors owe their survival to this weapon. It excels both in firepower and special attack. Its previous owners' names are inscribed on its stock. Awesome. So, now this is going to be interesting because I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced she changes her fighting style at all. Which does make you wonder, how the fuck does she wield that weapon? So I tell you what we'll do. I don't know where the nearest sort of... To a certain extent, the Blue Castle... Monastery, no. Mental hospital, maybe... No, I think the Blue Castle might be the quickest place to get a battle. So we'll pop into a battle here. I don't know if there's battles in this first area or not. I cannot remember where the battling areas are. We'll definitely get one in the castle, so we'll just sort of... We'll head inside the castle and see if we can get a battle of some kind so that we can see her wielding her lovely little pistol. Or, as I say, it's going to be intriguing to see precisely how it's wielded, because she doesn't usually wield a shotgun. Oh, we don't have Keith in the party, do we? No, we do not. Okay. So somewhere over the rainbow. Well, play. Ah! Here we go. Right, okay. So once again, we're going to do a cheeky little save state. And then there's an invisible man wandering around here. Keith like Invisible Man. If we've come this far, there's no point in stopping now. Vice Chairman of the Lottery. Yes, count me in, please. Thief earrings. I don't know if they're going to be hugely worth it, but I've got a feeling... Whoa, sweet mother of mercy. I mean... There's barely any thinking time there. No, well, that is definitely not... we're definitely not having that as an attempt. So I think... I can't remember is the honest truth, but... Oh, second one. No. Invisible Man, please. So I'm not... Truth be told, hand on heart, I don't know if this is meant to be Keith or not meant to be Keith. think it might be meant to be Keith, because you can't have Keith in the party. Fucking hell's bells with that. No, okay. You're not allowed to have Keith in the party in order to access this lottery dude. So, I mean, it's really just a crapshoot, isn't it? Wait, Keith runs the lottery? He's the vice chairman. So he doesn't, strictly speaking, run the lottery. He's the vice of running the lottery. It's so difficult. Oh, you bastard. Problem is, there's not... The issue we've got here is there's not really... I can't... It's so fast that there's no real way of gauging where I'm pushing the button. I will try and find the chairman in the not too distant future. We do need... I don't honestly... I know there is an item that I'm going to pick up, but I don't know what they do. I think they might be an accessory, and I'll say this. God, cock, come on. Ah, you bastard. Tell you what I might try and do. Interesting, 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 interesting. I think I may have done it. Thief earrings, superb. It was more than 200 years ago that I became a member. The chairman was already an old man. Does that give you a clue as to who the chairman is? He's already an old man. Right, I don't know if it's worth having the thief earrings, but as I say, I've got a feeling, and when I get that feeling, I need sexual healing. I've got a feeling you do need to encounter that lottery man in order to, you know, move on to the next lottery man. So, thief earrings, they imprison the soul of the robber king. Arr. They increase the chances of getting both trophy money and items, but you might start to look like a thief. I'll put it on just in case it does make a physical difference, but I don't think it does. And I probably won't use them, truth be told. I mean, I know it's a bit of a waste. Oh, okay, so the model is... I suppose we might as well... The model is the shotgun, but she does hold it like her standard pistol. So that's something for you to know. Okay, so we've seen painkillers, haven't we? Because it was just... Yes, if memory serves, it was just a sort of... Oh, and we've seen the on switch as well, haven't we? Yeah. Okay, so we've seen all her moves. So what we might as well just do is see her do this. Ow. Unfortunately, we don't get the full combo because these bats are too weak. Even Zhuzhen... Oopsie doodles. Even Zhuzhen should be able to take down a bat, even though I fluffed his attack. Yes, no, he did. Lucky. Only just, though. Only just, old man. You are useless. God, the sooner I get you out of the party, mate, the better, my friend. I know, I'm harsh and unreasonable, but nonetheless, I don't like you, old man. I don't like you. Nobody likes you, old man. Right, let's put Yuri back to having his flare brooch. Where are you, flare brooch? It's not the flash badge, is it? It's the flare brooch. Flare brooch. SP consumed. There we go. Superb. Right, the other thing... Unfortunately, Keith has got my large jug, doesn't he? which is a sentence you don't necessarily want to hear. As long as you can level up to a ninja later on. Well, funny you should say about ninjas. In the third game, there is an entire character that is dedicated to being a ninja. So that's something for you to look forward to. Right, we need to leave here. Unfortunately, we're stuck in sort of low frame rate forest. It is very peculiar, and it doesn't make too much difference, but it's very peculiar that... Oopsie, it was stuck on a tree. It's very peculiar that that one location seems to screw it up. I'm going to go back to Ruin because I know you can change party members here. I'm not entirely sure where Wanderer Mayun is when it comes to other people. Really makes you think. Get acupuncture, yes please, because I think... Yes, I can still upgrade the Mauser. So if I just... Oh, that's way too expensive. Okay, that's fine. Well, alright, do you know what? Fuck it. No, we won't do the 10 gauge because it'll be a waste of money at the moment. Because I'll probably... The unfortunate truth is I probably won't be using... Holy shit, he's only level 27. No wonder he was useless. Christ. We may have to give him a bit of a levelling session. 300 cash. Yeah, let's get some rest. Get them all up to max health and max the items. Or max the MP. Right, let's drop a save here. So I must admit, I might as well update my notes as to what I've done, which is only the 10 gauge. I suppose that's fair enough. There we go. 10 gauge note removed. Next note is being Alice and Zhuzhen. Because this is where I can't deny sometimes these games, ooh, they're frustrating. So first thing we'll do is we'll pop back to Prague and open this next bit. So you know how we went to Prague before? Well, you have to go back to Prague, which is... And you have to go back to exactly the same place, and it's very, very frustrating. See, like, these two have now moved, and this is now a scene. Hey, long time no see. Have you tried talking to that guy there? He's new in town, and he just mumbles to himself. Gives me the creeps. Here we go. So, yes, Runaway Ewan. Oh, help me, please. Forgive me, Laura. Laura, an exorcist. If so, please help. Just a little ways from here, there's a house cursed by a terrible poltergeist. Can you suppress the spirit? I'll do anything. I have lots of money. Help me. So I think he's evil, or he's a ghost. One of the two. I can't remember which. But having now interacted with him, we will note that when I get back to the map, we have unlocked the doll's house. Before we deal with the doll's house, what I want to do is deal with Nemeton Monastery. Yeah, I can't remember. I might be making that up, but I've got a feeling that when we explore an adventure around the doll's house, it's revealed that the guy who told me about the doll's house is in fact a ghost, and he never existed there. So yeah, here you go. This is one of those weird ones, because you have to have Alice and Zhuzhen in the party for this. And I don't necessarily think there's a clue. Maybe that tombstone did give a clue, I'm not sure, but it's one of those unfortunate ones where you have to have a very specific set of circumstances before it will work, and how you work those circumstances out is troublesome. And as I say, sometimes the double moving to a place twice, because when I originally played this, I would have thought, okay, we're heading towards endgame, I'm going to do a sweep of all the locations available to me. And at that point, I'd have gone to the Prague Inn and found the Airstone. But then, I wouldn't necessarily have thought, I'll do a second sweep of everywhere and then find the dollhouse. So, sometimes you do end up having to look these things up, which is unfortunate, but sometimes a necessity. I'm just checking this grave out. It's been bothering me since before. Don't worry, I'm not up to any tricks. You guys just go kill some time somewhere. As usual, your curiosity is way out of control, pups. Well, anyway, come on, let's go over there. I don't know if I actually control this or whether they do it automatically. Automatically seems to be the dish of the day. That's fine. Have a little heart-to-heart with Alice. Even so, it's unreal to have your destiny turn out like this. We've come a long way, huh? Yeah, I was just some rude hero on a train, punching people in the face so their eyes fell out. And you, well, you were a stupid girl. Yuri, do you regret it? I mean, coming this far? Well, I laid a cloth out down there, and then I came over the cloth. So yeah, I do slightly regret it, because now I have to scrub the carpets. Regret? What are you talking about? No way. I'd come any distance for you, Alice. You know, until I met you, I was leading the life of a loser. I'm confident about what I'm doing now. I know that I'm needed. My power of fusion, which I thought was so terrible, is what allows me to protect you. Sometimes I even think such stupid things like, boy, is this happiness? I sound stupid. Yuri. I don't know how this battle is going to turn out, but the day you die, I'll die too. Not true. The day she dies, he carries on living to the second game. What are you saying? The night of that storm, I was just a kid and I couldn't protect my mother from the monsters. But somehow I survived, thanks to my power. Ever since then, I cursed my own existence constantly. I asked myself, why do I have to be all alone? What could I have done differently that night? Why didn't I die? That time? Yeah, that night was the beginning of everything. Big old heavy story dump doodar. What a storm. I'll say, unusual for this time of year. Spring will come soon, then once it warms up, Dad'll come back. Yes, then all three of us can be together again. It's not too long now, Mum. Even if you miss him, you gotta be strong. Well. Oh yeah. Know what? There's something I want to have. It's a little brother or sister. My, right away? No, you have to wait until the second game. Oh, spoilers. Liwa told me when Mummy and Daddy are together they can make babies. They have 7 brothers and sisters over there, that's what I want. So get Rogering with Daddy. Well, I'll talk with Dad about it. I don't think he'll have any complaints though. Who are they? Fuckers from the Japanese army, I believe. I got it. No, Yuri, no. Don't answer the door. Yuri, don't open it. Huh? He didn't. It opened by itself. Shit. Ah. Crazy assholes. It's Lua's dad and Maki's uncle. What's going on? You all look so weird. Oh, zombie men. You're not human, are you? It's a fine food. Yeah, the Earth's Age sent us here to eat the 2 of you. No, not him. Not my baby boy. I'm scared. What happened to them? Yeah, this is so fun, but no matter how much I eat, I never get full. Stay back! Oh, he punched the kid in the face. No! Oh, he punched the mother in the face. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Mum. Ah. Oh, he's almost got Halley powers there. Oh, here we go.
My mother gave her life protecting me from the monsters.
Special Yuri scene.
But when I looked into her eyes a moment before she died, it awakened in me the blood of my father that had been lying dormant. A fire ignited within me, and my emotions exploded like a hurricane.
That's because even as a small child, you knew the fire fusion was the best fusion.
I don't really remember anything after that. The next thing I knew, the room was
That's
littered
a
with
little,
torn up body parts
a little
of the monsters
concerning.
that had killed my mother.
Nobody suggests you can see the small boy's
I was
penis.
the only one left alive in a house covered with blood.
If you just look at his face, concentrate on looking at his face, and you can suggest you can't see a small
Begging
boy's
her to
penis.
forgive me for failing to keep my promise to my father, for failing to protect her.
No, no, Chester. You cannot see a small boy's
I feel
penis.
that way again.
No.
So the day that I failed to protect you
Please can we pan up a little bit to camera? No.
is the day
No,
that
I think
truly
you don't
died.
think. You don't think there's a small boy's penis. There we go. The small boy's penis is gone. Stop looking at me that way. It's nothing. I just kinda like you, that's all. I like you. Oh. Yuri, I love pancakes. What? Hey, look at this. Look at what I've found. Have I just come between you two? Oh, am I interrupting something here? No, not at all. Right. Huh? What? So, what is it? What'd you find? All right, it's this. Look. I interrupted your touching moment for a book. An ancient... That tells you I knew what I was about to find, doesn't it? Because he never said it was a book, did he? No, you said it was a book before he did. That means you've been cheating. Yeah, I told you I've been looking things up. An edged book called the Book of Rituals. I found it in a hidden compartment on my grave. It's got all kinds of interesting stuff in it about old traditions, according to what it says here. Not again. We'll take care of that later. Stupid. We were having a special moment. I'm about to... What did I do? Are you mad at me? What makes you think I'm mad, you son of a bitchin' asshole, man? Ruined my moment with Alice. Oh, it's Yuri. Master, I'm going after him. Sheesh. Just when I was going to tell them about this amazing secret, I've received the Book of Rituals. Can't remember exactly which thing the Book of Rituals does, but nonetheless, quite handy to have the Book of Rituals. Right, I'm just going to pop up here and check this grave again. Treasure chest is empty. I don't think there's anything at this grave, but the person's name, James O'Flaherty. See, I suppose maybe you're supposed to know that Zhuzhen and Alice both have a link to it, but it seems a little bit, you know. I don't know if that's his ultimate. Definitely might be. Although I think it might be Ancient Ruins where you get his ultimate, but nonetheless it's stronger than the Hermit Staff. So, staff blessed by the spirit of Mitama. In the hands of a master, the staff itself is said to become sentient. I've got a sentient staff. Very few can tap into its true power. Okay, so red leather jacket is better. We've already technically seen that. Coat of the Sage. The Sage's short coat, worn only by the highest level Taoist adepts. Those who had spiritual power cannot touch it. Cuts fire damage in half. But I think the one I want... Yes, the one I want is Coat of the Adept. A short coat woven by Chua, with the soul of a young girl. Oh yes, of course we did read this last week. Oh, it smells like Shanghai. The wearer is filled with energy, cuts fire and water damage in half. Superb. Right, is there a better version of that? Yes, there is. Although difficult to say if I really want to... No, I don't really want to give that to him, because I think I probably want to give that back to my boy. Oh, no, that's interesting. I would have 2 pedometers. Oh, I'm not sure I care enough to actually change that. Oh, that's actually a very good point. What we'll do is, because your attack power is meaningless to me, we'll stick you with an accelerator. And hopefully I'll try and remember to take the accelerator off before we deal with the next issue. Right. So that's 1 book. If you remember rightly, there are 3 legendary books, I believe, was discussed last week in the story segment. One of which we've already got, the Book of Rituals, I believe, is one of them. The other one is what our friend and your friend, Roger Bacon, was using as part of his ritual last time. So what we unfortunately have to do is we have to pootle on through this dungeon here in order to go and claim that book. Oh, Christ. I'm fairly certain it's this one. If I'm wrong, well, we'll be walking around this dungeon for a long old time. I mean, it won't be that long, but unfortunately I think they've still got the battles turned on. I think it's all the way round, isn't it? Yes, I still think it's all the way round. I think, yes, it's still looking reasonably correct. Unfortunately, we've got stuck in a battle. We're keeping Zhuzhen just to show Zhuzhen a little bit. Isn't this place a maze? Not especially, no. Far less so than other places, at the very least. The only slight issue is if you go the wrong way, and then you know, but that's an issue. It doesn't matter if it's a maze or not. Going the wrong way is an issue at all times. But no, I wouldn't classify this one as too mazy. I really appreciate you not killing Yuri and Zhuzhen. I mean, I thought I asked nicely. Apparently I did not ask nicely enough. Oh well, at least now I suppose we get to see the resurrection technique, which is, I mean, a bit lame. It's just a shiny white light. Come forth and bring back yourself with the white light, Yuri. I do quite like the little kip op, or nip op, I never remember what it's called, but the little sort of legs op, flip op. Don't die again, Yuri. Thank you. Fuck it, we might as well just kill the thing. Well, I told you the old man was useless, didn't I? Fairly certain the annoying thing, what I was going to hope for was maybe unlocking 1 or 2 more moves with Zhu Zhen, just to show them off. But yeah, I had a feeling, because he was dead, he doesn't get experience. What a nuisance. What a veritable pain in my arsehole. We might as well just use cures, because arc would cost way too much. Arc is what you save arc for in battle when everybody's had a severe shit kicking. Cure, outside of battles, cure is always sufficient. Right, so I think it's this way. I don't think we've unlocked any new moves with Zhu Zhen. No, Corpse Arm is definitely the one we had last time. I don't know if there's a boss, so I am just going to save it just to be on the safe side. I do need to deal with the Malice situation again. Fun little fact, if you're interested. The Malice is attached to Alice now, which means if you remove Alice from the party, the Malice meter no longer raises. There is a reason to keep the Malice meter rising, though, at some point. Ah, here we go. I think this is my book. The Codex of Lurie, or Lurie. The Codex of Lurie makes it sound a little bit more sort of fanciful. So no, there was no boss. Or, well, I say that, hang on. No, there was no boss. There was no kind of sub-boss or anything. Okay, so 2 out of 3 books dealt with. Now, would you... Oops, get around the geometry, please, sir. Get around the geometry. Right, we just want to leave now, ideally. I suppose I could... Ifrit's not going to be of use. We've already unlocked Amon's. And I need to take that jog off of... fucking incompetent. Absolute fucking incompetent. Tell you what, if Zhu Zhen does get a turn, we'll use Corpse Arm to try and expedite this battle. He did not get a turn, and we went right up the fucking taint of that creature there. Don't necessarily appreciate a camera angle that goes straight up the taint. SP lowering, well, that's inconvenient. He's not got a lot of SP in the first place. He's an old man. He's useless. He's weak. And he's going to get a fucking complex if you keep going on about it. Yep, I know. It's unfortunate, but it is... No, I suppose, yeah, go on, Yuri. You might as well just attack one this time. 2 out of 3 books. Sounds like a new Channel 4 book club show. Hell yeah. And of course, naturally, it's hosted by Jimmy Carr, because everything is hosted by Jimmy Carr. Well, I must admit, in lockdown, I've not seen many things hosted by Jimmy Carr. Look at the Corpse Arm. Ah, good, the Corpse Arm didn't kill everything. Awesome, thanks game. Fuck you. Really genuinely thought the Corpse Arm might have been strong enough to kill all of these creatures, but no, Alice had to do the old man's work for him, because he's old and he's weak and he's pathetic. No, still no new ability. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to see any further Zhu Zhen. Oh, Yellow Malice. It would be really convenient to get out of here without having to deal with the Malice issue. It's a problem, but there you go. I'm not... There's a very specific thing you have to do with the Malice. In a very specific order you have to do it. And I'm not quite confident in my level at the moment. So I also wouldn't want to be dealing with it with Zhu Zhen in the party, because old, weak, pathetic old man. And I know that's 2 olds, but he really is that old. He is so old, he deserves 2 olds in his title. Right, Yuri, this time don't fluff it. Thank you very much. And it wasn't exactly perfect, but, you know, better than nothing. Better than nothing. Diddly-dum-de-dum-de diddly-diddly-dum. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, perfect Alice. Well done. Is perfect Alice enough to kill? No. Nightmare. Okay, I'm not going to be greedy this time. Kill Yuri, don't kill Zhu Zhen. No. They called my bluff. He's so old that he's old. Exactly. You know. You understand. Right, one more corpse arm. Perfect corpse arm. With a bit of luck, this should kill them both this time. Jin! Everybody likes playing Ready to Rumble as Jedi on Jin. Yeah, I was going to say, that looks like they're twin synchro death animations, which is rather good for me and for you. Oh, Alice leveled up. Marvellous. I mean, it doesn't make too much difference, but I'm glad to see it. Diddle-I-do, diddle-diddly. So old he went to grade school with Jesus. Damn straight. I mean, actually, it wouldn't surprise me in the least if Roger Bacon was around at the Jesus times. He was around at the Jesus times. That's the official word for them. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to get Alice to cure Yuri. Oh, hang on. So I want to go to the graveyard anyway. And we've got 3 more fusions we can get. Now, I don't hold much hope in the fact that I'm going to be able to do all 3 at the same time. Oops. Get up the stairs, please, Yuri. That's the one. Thank you very much. Right. Yes, I would like to quiet... Oh, no. Yuri, you've gone wrong, Yuri. You do want to quieten the malice, please. Oh, this is what you get when you try and skip the text too fast. Oh, ho, ho. You wish to quiet the malice? Yes, please. Thank you. I doubt that he would have been rogering any bacon back then. No. No, I imagine bacon would not exist back then, so you're quite right. He'd have had a hard time rogering it. But then again, Jesus perhaps made bacon. At the very least, his father made bacon. So, bacon, bacon. I don't think that's actually a euphemism, but it sounds like it. Sounds like it. I know that's one of the ones, I mentioned this back in the Christmas special, I believe, assuming that episode's gone out. Yes, because it was in the Advent calendar, that I did actually watch a programme called The Butcher. And one of their sort of bits at the beginning, I think, that, you know, they showed highlights, etc. at the beginning of the show. And almost always it was like, bacon, bacon. In a thoroughly dirty fashion. Okay, I lost a reasonable chunk of health. I don't... No, I'm going to back out. I know. I'm wasting everybody's time. That's right, I am. Wasting everybody's time. Just you wait until I start having to farm for the level 3 abilities. You saw how long it took to do Mons last week. It's going to take a lot longer. I suppose possibly one of the best places, apart from the whole death issue. That's the wrong people. There we go. Apart from the whole insta-kill one, these guys actually had... what sort of program was the Butcher? I mean, I genuinely don't know whether that's just some sarky sort of question you've basically answered yourself, or whether that's a legit question. But it kind of says it clearly on the tin, really. The wind spirit here. The Butcher was... It was called the Butcher, and it was 4 butchers going head to head in Butcher challenges. So I think like the first Butcher challenge. Okay, I don't think we necessarily need to go full on. So I think the first challenge was usually like, here, we've got you a massive fuck off pig. You have to butcher that into fancy cuts, the fanciest cuts you can do, as quickly as possible, I think. So, and then at the end of that round, they'd tot up the total, what they felt the cuts were worth, what they could get on like a market stall or something. And part of it was also the female judge would like barbecue the thing. No, it wasn't really MasterChef. Interestingly enough, the closest it's like, I think, although I suppose, yeah, I've not really seen MasterChef, so I might be mistaken here. But one of the closest approximations is possibly Forged in Fire. It ran a very similar structure to that. But essentially, yeah, first round you had 4 butchers. They had to butcher this giant animal. It was, you know, like a big pig, a goat, you know, but fairly standard butchery animal. They were usually something big, but something standard. Then the second round, I think, was all about perfect precision. So what you'd get is, I think they'd hand them, like, sort of the appropriate meat for doing burgers, and they would have to cut the perfect steak or something. Something along those lines. And then they'd get it measured, and if it was over, I think they trashed it. If it was under, no, I think if it was over, they could take a bit off, but if it was under, they sort of quote unquote trashed it. I very much hope they never actually threw any of this meat away. I hope they did sell it. This bird creature is slightly disturbing, isn't it? I'm trying not to focus too heavily on the fact that it's got pubes, but it's very much got pubes. Pubes and boobs. Pubes and boobs. Fortunately, we won't be using a whole lot of CeraVe, so we won't be seeing a huge volume of the pubes and boobs brigade. But nonetheless, I mean, it's very much... Oh, punched it right in the fucking kidneys there, I think. Felt like a kidney punch. I come back from a mon and I get CeraVe. I'll tell you what we'll do. A desire to cry wells up within you. You've received the soul of CeraVe. And then the final round of the butcher was always an exotic animal. Something the butchers were unlikely to have ever encountered. So at the very least, one of them, they definitely did alligator. Which is, you know, unless you live in the bayou, that is an exotic animal to be butchering. And so most of the time they had to just sort of go, well, I think this looks a bit like this in a different creature. So, yeah, that'll do. I guess we'll try that. So they'd have to sort of butcher as many pieces as possible again. It was, you know, it was a silly program, but quite enjoyable. And it is sort of, I don't know, there's an art to it, and seeing the way they would wield those knives to get through, you know, with this knife is genuinely slightly impressive and slightly concerning. I mean, the way they do that, whoa, buddy, whoa, I'm not sure I like the way you are holding that knife and the way you are just slicing and dicing like it was nothing. Are they a local to your state? There's a part of me thinking no, but I might be wrong. That's a question for you to answer. You may very well know. Well, you live there, of course you know whether they are. But, I mean, certainly I associate alligators a bit more... I suppose technically they're in Florida, aren't they? I think there's alligators in Florida. But I sort of do think of them more as the sort of swamplands down south in the bayou. But I don't know, they may, you know, you never know, that they may migrate north for the winter. I don't think alligators do that, do they? No, I wouldn't have thought so. No, I really very much wouldn't have thought so. Plus, according to everybody, you know, there's thousands upon thousands of people shoving baby alligators down into the sewers via the toilet. Therefore, there's a shitload of... oh, shit, well, I suppose we might as well use the demonic rays. Bang, bang, bang. From southern tip of Texas to the northern part of North Carolina. Are you within that perimeter? Because unfortunately, I am shit at geography. Therefore, I genuinely have no idea. There are some in the state that are very coastal. Ah, yes. Ooh, I think I can survive one more attack. Let's see if he can survive another demon rays. Probably, because unfortunately I didn't get good. Face my demon rays, face my dance, and then face my demon rays. You will embrace my interpretive dance, sir. You will like it. That's the threat, isn't it, really? If you don't like my interpretive dance, I'm going to laser you to death. Lobo. So we've got the spirit of Lobo. A feeling of anger overcomes you. You've received the soul of Lobo. Lobo, I think, was a bounty hunter, wasn't he? DC Comics bounty hunter? Is that Lobo, or am I getting it mixed up. It's definitely a similar sounding word, but it might not necessarily be that word. Right, heal up Yuri, save the game. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah. And then back to the graveyard for the 3rd time. More in Louisiana and Florida, yes. University of Florida uses the gator as the mascot. That makes a degree of sense. From the sealed grave, a soul glows with the eerie light as if the soul of a new creature was born. Fight the fusion monster? Alright, let's go. You want to fucking go, son? You want to fucking go? Yeah, I'm going to fucking go with you, son. So, who is this? I don't know, but it's another awesome one. It's Egil. What a shit name. Hi, I'm Egil. I suppose maybe Egil? No, that doesn't sound much good either, does it? I think Egil might have to suffice, but it's not the world's most imposing name, is it? Especially since I think the 2nd level was Mandragon, and that was like kind of imposing, whereas Egil. Oh, the dragon cry. I think that's the ice attack, fair enough. Oh, pray tell, who do you recognise as being called Egil? I don't recognise the name from another reference. Cajun cooking. The French Louisiana restaurant. That makes absolute perfect sense then, yeah, because that is... Cajun is, I think, very much in the... well, like Louisiana and the Bayou. Even my limited sort of American knowledge recognises it. And not tending to the fair lady. Oh, you're going to have to explain the reference, because I don't get it. I must admit, he does look cool. We discussed how sort of Mandragon looks a bit alien-like, and they've sort of almost double... oh, you little shit. How dare you heal yourself? And they've sort of doubled down on the alien-esque vibe. But I must admit, he's a fantastic-looking creature. Just probably won't see much use. Because, I mean, the unfortunate truth is, when you get Amon, you're kind of going to just keep using Amon. He's good. He's good. Amon is good. And so you don't necessarily want to use anything else, especially because Amon... oh, that's lucky, maybe. Not that impressive. But Mind Body Revival is a hell of a heal. Demon Rays in the end are an incredible array of ability. He's... ooh, that was close. Egil is the attendant of the fair lady, Qualag's sister in Dark Souls. I see, no wonder I didn't understand the reference. Anything Dark Souls goes way over my head. Well, fuck, will you stop missing, please? I didn't see him raise his agility, and I'm not 100% he can raise his agility. But it feels like his agility's raised, because I can't seem to hit for shit. Don't kill me, please. Thank you. Mind Body Revival is definitely going to be well worth it. The only slight issue with a Mind Body Revival is you have to do that four hit ring, and it's kind of difficult. I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit difficult because you have to... ah, Iris. Okay, so maybe he did have an agility off. I'm not sure what Iris does. Anyway, hopefully now we can start hitting him for some good damage. Qualag is the boss of Blighttown. Oh, so has Malus fought that one? Because I'm fairly certain he got through Blighttown, didn't he? Oh, is Qualag the giant scorpion spidery magma lady? I'm not entirely sure which yes that's going to refer to. The has Malus beaten it, or is it the fiery lava lady? It is the spider lady. Ah, good, confirmed. Can confirm is spider lady. Spider lady, spider lady. I was peeping in her window when a spider lady. I got arrested for spying on the lady. I didn't mind because I spied a lady. The soul of Egil. Egil is mine. Ooh, a feeling of emptiness fills your heart. Oh, I'm feeling empty. I'm gonna have to go get myself a burger. Ding 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 ding. Alright, right, what we want to do, ideally, is have a little save. And then I'm sort of thinking... know precisely what I'm thinking right this very moment. So let's get out of... Oh, is that a thing? A thing I should be interested in? I'm not convinced it is. It may have once upon a time been a thing, but I don't think it is anymore. That's fair enough. Oh, no. Yuri, back to the path. Back on the path. On the path, son, there you go. On the path of victory, my boy. On the path of victory. Right, marvellous. Right. Okay, so we've got 2 out of 3 books, as we've already established. Where is the 3rd book? I might go and do the 3rd book. It might be useful to have those. Right, so the 3rd book. Where's going to be best? I suppose there is an inn. Yeah, there's the hotel in Old Castle Street, isn't there? This first building here. Because I do just want to sort of revitalise my health. I could change my party. Yes, please. I will stay at the inn. Thank you very much. I don't know. I'll keep Zhujian for now. It makes no real difference. I don't think there's any... Well, having said that, if there's no specific, and there might be battles, so I tell you what, let's get Keith back in the game. That's the one. Is this okay? Yes, it is. Right, now what we want to do is get Keith back to a... do you know, he can probably keep the demon earrings, truth be told. Did we ever read the Demon Sword Turving? I don't think we did. Legendary demon sword that can only be wielded by the highest ranking member of the Darkness Clan. And they do believe in a thing called love. It is rumoured to have the power to even slay the undead. Oh boy. So that's his ultimate weapon, and then we already had the Mant of Nobility, his ultimate armour. So we have got double ultimates on my boy Keith. So that is quite good. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Very good. I suppose, considering I will want some extra money, we'll give him the thief earrings. I'll tell you what I should have tried to remember. Although having said that, I probably want the headgear. Yeah, we'll keep the headgear for now. But it might not have been a terrible idea to get the accelerator off of Zhujian, unfortunately. The accelerator is now on Zhujian, and I've ditched Zhujian, and we're going to stay with Zhujian having been ditched. If worst case scenario, I'll do my own little pedometer sort of, you know, pedometer grind to try and see if I can get the 10,000 steps that I require in. It'll do me some good to do a little bit of exercise. Knowing full well you get to sit on your ass all day. Yep. All the grind. Wayne is surely a nice looking man, but he isn't really reliable. As I look closer, you're also nice looking. Hello. No, it's a child. I'm exhausted from playing with a kid. Whenever I'm with Nikki, my heart starts pounding. I wonder what she thinks about me. Right, so somewhere along the line, I believe I have to start a game of hide and fucking seek with these children. And it'll be a pain in the arse. My name is Sophie. It's hard for me to talk to people the first time. My name's Sophie. My name's Sophie. Any other doors? No. Okay. Maybe I suppose I might be too early for the hide and seek, or I might be just in time for the hide and seek. Ah, no, here we go. Insolent Jean. Yes. Want to play with us? No, but I fucking have to. Oh god, I actually have a time limit. Oh bollocks. I might have to look up where the fucking kids might be. Fuck. God, we gotta try and look for these fucking children. We've only got a minute to do it. Well, you're useless at hiding, my stupid young child. Oh, okay, no, maybe that's not one of the children I'm supposed to be finding. Cock it. Cock it. Cock it in a rocket. Well, this is good. We have barely found any children, and we've already used half of my time. Ah, okay, Shy Sophie. Yes, right, okay, we found one of the children in that room. Hopefully we're going to find one of the children in this room. And then with a bit of luck, that's all the children. Darn, you found me. Why do you always have to find me? Well, you know. Shit, son. You got the wrong person. No, I don't think I do, kid. No, I really don't think I do. Shit. Okay, so There was 4 children. I found 3 of the 4 children. Where do we think the fucking last child hides? I got a feeling they are slightly randomised as well, which is yet more annoyance. Right. Too bad. Keep trying. Shut up, you irritating small git. Hey, mister, want to play? Yes, we'll play your stupid game. Okay, there's one. Okay, so I don't know if there's something special I have to do with that child, but... Okay, no, I think... I don't know where the 4th child is going to be. Or, well, hang on, no, we've got... Wait, now I'm confused, because didn't we have... That was surprising. So theoretically we've got that child. Right, and then there's 1 child in here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 children. Darn, you found me. Yes, okay. So, I found all 4 children? Question mark? So maybe if I get back in here and talk to you... Wow, you're really good. Yeah, damn straight I am. So no, it looks like they don't actually randomise. I genuinely thought they randomised the locations of the children, but apparently not. Hey, you're really good for a grown-up. Alright then, I'll let you through, mister. Thank you very much. Fuck out of my way. Irritating small child. Pot lover Mackin. Oh, you fared well coming here. I'm in the pot. There's a child in the pot. What are you going to do? I'm going to boil the fucking child. Are you mad? You're mad calling me mad? Little brat. No, don't get so exasperated over a mere child. Here, you can have this. You've received the Emily manuscript. The 3rd book. I found it in this lab. It's gross, so you can have it. Cool. Thanks, kid. Right, to the world map. Unfortunately, I can't actually make it pass by that quickly, but nonetheless, the next step is the world map. Back to the Britain map. Back to Europe map. Open the menu. Data it up. But, Captain Picard, that's something you probably shouldn't do. You shouldn't be datering it up. Right, I believe they're in the valuables. Ooh, hit me right in the valuables. Okay, so, the Codex of Ludier. Greatly sought after, this ancient tome is rumoured to be a secret guide to summoning the other gods. Yes, the Book of Rituals. Old book engraved with an image from Mount Olympus. It says, the Memory Palace. Cross the rainbow, then follow the drops of blood to the royal garden. I'm going to have to remember how the colours of the rainbow, aren't I? Fuck. Legendary manuscript written on a skull. On it is scribbled, Stone Temple. Take the path of the left dragon. The bookmark smells of violets. Well, that's peculiar. Right, so I think theoretically, boom, there's our ancient ruins open. Although, that's interesting, because we are missing... Right, so we've got book. That's marvellous. Right, Dollhouse we've got on the screen. Ancient Ruins we've got on the screen. So let me just try this emigrate manuscript again. Because theoretically, the emigrate manuscript. Stone Temple, Okay, I suppose we'll try in the London. Ah, there it is. The Cave Temple. Marvellous, right. So. Oh, that might be quite useful. That may red and yellow and... I don't think they're in order, are they? Because I don't think it's red, yellow, green, is it? Red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue. I'm not convinced orange and blue go in that order. Roy Jabiv, of course. Now you've said Roy Jabiv, I remember that from a program called Taskmaster, where I think it was Rose Matafeo considered it to be Roy Jabiv, and a couple of the other more British comedians were thinking of it as Richard of York. I can't remember the rest of it. But yes, there was a task involving rainbows. Right, so, okay. Let's deal with Well, I'll tell you what. While I save it, people in the chat, do you want me to go to the cave temple, the ancient ruins, or the dollhouse? I've now saved it, and you haven't made a decision, but I suppose, unfortunately, there's a delay, so inevitably you won't have done. But yes, we've got about 20 minutes. I don't know how long each of these dungeons are. If we go over, we go over, never mind. The options are the dollhouse, the ancient ruins, or the cave temple. I'm going to be doing all of them at some point, but which would you like to see first? Dollhouse, ancient ruins, or the cave temple? Bill Nye, the science guy here at least. I must admit, yeah. Oh yes, you're quite right. There is an orange in that emote, isn't there? I see there's the pink as well, yeah. Red and orange and... yeah, I don't know. Who doesn't want to visit a little dollhouse? The dollhouse it is. Go to the dollhouse. Oh my. We're in the dollhouse now. So I think this is an Alice special. So I believe we play as Alice, and it's all about getting Alice's equipment. What is it? It's a white hole. It's cold. Outside, there's no kind of atmosphere. Oh, double red dwarf. Here we go. Be careful. There's an aura of bitterness all around this house. I tasted it earlier. It's disgusting. There you go. See, told you. We are walking around as Alice. Oh, we've got ourselves a pair of oracle earrings. The door of the storeroom is looked. I looked at the door of the storeroom, and it turns out it's locked. Now, are those useful? Charming patio. No, we don't really need that. What the fuck were they? Were they oracle earrings? Oh, yes, I think they were. And yes, that might be quite useful. Favoured by Master Shifa, a master oracle of the yin and yang arts. In his younger days, he says they attract women. Sorry, favoured in his younger days, full stop. He says they attract women, but actually they raise mystical strength. Yes, I think you get those, Alice, because raising your MP is beneficial to everybody involved. So let's enter the dollhouse. Oh. Dong. Dong. Alice is seeing my dong. Because I've taken my trousers off. The crank for winding the clock is on the floor. I've received the crank. It's a broken old clock. It's a broken old clock. It's a broken old clock. So look out carefully, because I think there are some spooks. I don't think they're, like, unobvious. I think they're obvious spooks, but nonetheless, you know, you might want to pay attention to the screen. I realise you might not want to pay attention to the screen, which is entirely your choice, but nonetheless, because there's spooks abound, there may be a little bit of background atmosphere. Oh, mystery icon. A lottery ticket, superb. We always want more lottery tickets. It's a stuffed antelope from Eastern Europe. It feels like it's staring at me. It still feels like it's staring at me. I think it might be staring at me. Oh, that's an entrance or an exit, whichever way you want to call it. Mystery item. Your appearance is quietly reflected in the fountain. You can see a small key at the bottom of the fountain. The push ring. Oh, shit, you know. It's a hefty push ring. Oh, shit. No. Ah, you bastard. Quite difficult. Just a little more and you could have gotten it. Yes, I know. Unfortunately, it's quite a difficult push ring because you have to push quite a lot to get it all the way around. Then you have to be very careful not to push too much or too little. Because once you start not pushing, the bloody thing goes back. On itself. You can hear me pushing, I'm sure, because unfortunately I've got the old clicky-clacks. Come on, time out. Thank you very much. The storeroom key. We know where the storeroom is, don't we? Has anything changed in the creepy room? No. I don't think anything's changed in the creepy room. Whenever you pass a save point, you must save it. That is the law. The law unto everyone here is you save it as soon as you cross the save point. And now we can enter the storeroom, When you used the storeroom key, the door opened. Well, that is to be expected. I used the key. It's too dark to go any further. It's a small generator. You started the generator using the crank for the clock. It's now light enough to see. You enter the storeroom to find out what you can find. You've received the silver hand. I think the silver hand is something to do with the clock. I might be wrong. Here's the crank. Crank for starting some kind of machine. Judging by the size of the handle, it must be a machine of terrific dimensions. So do we have... Your wine! We all love your wine. Okay, it's either not here. So maybe actually... Maybe the silver hand is a normal item. Yeah, it is. This magic tool gives off a mysterious blue light under the new moon. It increases the chance of success to the maximum for all of the user's actions. Ooh. Once again, I fear I'm going to forget to use these items. Even in like the final boss battle, not a lot of them are entirely necessary. So it's kind of like, well, shit. I go to all that effort to save those items up, and lo and behold, what I end up doing is completely forgetting. Now, I'm rather hopeful that that guy's just punched me in the face. I think he might be fire-based, which would be very convenient. That's not so convenient, but then again, Yuri does nothing but punch people in the face, so... And he does it in the perfect fashion. So silence is not a huge killer on Yuri, but that's why you give Alice, forgot her name there. She's made that much of an impact, I've completely forgotten her name. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Did not need that level of damage. So these guys are kind of slightly hardcore level-wise, I think. I don't think I'm necessarily sort of like completely outmatched, but they are on the slightly more difficult side of things. It will take me, you know, I will be relying heavily on Yuri to get things done. Spanky. Spanky. Creature's name is Spanky. But luckily, since I've got Keith fully decked out in all of his ultimates, he should be quite potent as well. I've got a potent Keith for you. I think I have to do most of these before I can get access to Yuri's ultimate bits and pieces, so it will be a slightly unfortunate. Oh, stop lightning. Jeez Louise. Please stop lightning people. It's an unfortunate and unpleasant. That was definitely not. I mean, thank you very much, game. Thank you for not being a dick about things, but that definitely missed, didn't it? Let's be perfectly honest. Ding, ding, and ding. That should be that you've done. If Keith can wipe one out, you should be able to. Thank you very much, Yuri. But yes, let's investigate Spanky to see if we can figure out why it's named Spanky. Because let's be honest, that's the crucial thing everybody needs to know. Everybody. Were they? No, they were not fire. Fuck it. That is unfortunate, because I need 2 more fire souls and I just don't know where to go to get them, which is very annoying. Oh, here he is, the Spanky. A poltergeist-like spirit. It floats in space and attacks with a loud laugh. It loves to surprise people. Well, I mean, I imagine if it does spank people, it will definitely surprise them. Oh, there's a mystery icon. The room is lined with old wines. Perhaps some of them are still drinkable. Same dialogue. Oh, there is an open wine bottle and a glass. There is a small slide plate next to them. You've received the slide plate. So I think I'm actually doing quite well in terms of order of execution here. High quality wines fill the case. They look quite valuable. Well, pick one up and take one. Because I think you need the slide upstairs, and I never went upstairs. Water trickles down in droplets. It seems that the weight of a huge amount of water is holding it shut. Okay, so I think we have to drain something first before we... Because suddenly this is almost akin to Resident Evil, isn't it? Wandering around, picking up items, and sort of figuring out the little mini puzzle in the dollhouse. It's quite nice. it is I do have fond memories of the dollhouse. Not sure I have fond memories of the other random dungeons we'll be doing at some point, but this one, fond memories, because it's really nicely put together. Books are scattered everywhere. Books shouldn't be everywhere. Could you not attack me? But notice the demon eyes from the deer thing. I think that gives you, oh, with a bit of luck, the Gula, right in the Gulas. With a bit of luck, they're fire. I know, I'm going to say it every time I encounter a new enemy, it's going to be, oh, with a bit of luck, they're fire-based. But unfortunately, I really fucking need a load of fire-based creatures. What I keep forgetting to do is reassess my equipped doodads, my equipped souls, because I've got a plan. I've got a bit of a plan, although I don't necessarily want to execute the plan in the dollhouse. The dollhouse is not necessarily the optimal place to execute the plan. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out a lesser soul so that I can use it to drain Yuri's SP, so that once we've drained his SP, he can go berserk. Did we find the children? Yes, we did. We very much did find the children. We found all 4 children, and we got the Emigre manuscript, I believe. Essentially, if you remember when we were fiddling in the orphanage the first time, the man called Jack, I believe it was, he was using a document to bring his mother back. Well, we found a child in that pot, and the child in the pot gave me the Emigre document. And so we now have that. And then, unfortunately, as you weren't here, Oni got the choice, and we went to the dollhouse. And so we are now wandering around the rather Resident Evil-esque dollhouse, where we are currently fighting a bunch of creatures, but we're also we're finding different items, and we're having to interact with different areas to get the different items to work and function. That's why it makes me think of Resident Evil, because, you know, I picked up the storeroom key, so I went out to the storeroom. Yes! Maximum fire! I have maximum firepower, also, annoyingly, maximum fucking malice going at me. As I say, the malice is attached to Alice, and because I refuse to not play as Alice, it's going to be an issue for until I deal with the situation. The diary was written by a kid. It's difficult to read. Ewan took a picture of Laura and Lilith to celebrate the anniversary of their first meeting. Lilith kindly spoke to me. Perhaps this will ease my loneliness somewhat. Nice meeting you, Lilith. Oh, that's just the second. Oh, that's the third time. Third time's a charm. That's what we like to see. Right, I believe what we actually want is this, because we picked up a slide in the basement. It's a brand new slide projector. You insert the slide plate. The projector is projecting an image of a girl holding a doll. Merry Christmas, Laura and Lilith. December 24th. Ooh, Mrs. I assume something has changed. I'm not entirely sure what, because it's a broken old clock. Bloody battles can suck a dick, suck a fat one. I'm trying to do things, and you're interfering with me. Please stop for what you're doing, stop for what you're doing, stop interfering with me bits. You don't like people interfering with your bits. Well, it depends on the person, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Doesn't it? Yes, it does. Or doesn't it? Yes, it does. Are you stuck on the same phrase because you're trying to work? Yes, you're trying to work out some more lyrics to the song, Oh, shit. That's going to be unfortunate and inconvenient, because Yuri is our primary fighter. Losing his ring to some form of status ailment is going to be troublesome. I'm reasonably confident Keith can wipe one out by himself, which is why I'm letting him do it. There you go, told you. Right, so... Oh, it's the thin ring! I do wish... Sometimes the double exclamation mark and... Oh, that's a random status out. Well, that's awesome. So we got a thin ring from Yuri and a fucking paralysed Keith. Oh, right, now I know it's a thin ring. We've not got a problem. I thought it was a fast ring. I'm fairly convinced they're... Oh, yeah, he's... Right, paralysed. Annoyingly... Oh... Testicles. Big fuck off testicles. Okay, what you got, love? What you got? What you got for me? Arc? No, not going to be helpful. Wish would be helpful, but it's only a single target, so I'm wondering if... Oh, Alice. Alice. Are you going to be able to do it, Alice? Yeah, not like that. Well, maybe like that. You have been... There we go. You have been pounding away at that thing for quite some time, so you would hope it's got some kind of damage to it. Ah, you can't state as abnormality, Alice. She is immune, sir. Good day. Alice to the rescue. There you go. You doubted Alice's proficiency in battle. She's just rescued both Yuri and Keith by winning the day, all by her lonesome. Right, we're getting a nice... This is definitely the place to go for training, potentially, because you're getting a nice chunk of change on that experience. I may end up having to go into the bloody fucking graveyard again and deal with that situation. Blarg. In fact, I was never the one doubting her. You've always been the one doubting her. You're the doubting Thomas here, sir. You're the doubting Thomas. I always had faith in Alice. Alice, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Alice? Yes, she is okay. She is okay. She is okay, Alice. Right, we'll deal with the malice. We'll deal with the malice for Alice. Your name's not Thomas. Well, it is now. You've now been decreed Thomas. You are no longer... You renounced Lightning Phoenix for the sake of Chester. Now you shall renounce Chester for the sake of Thomas. Don't do that, because it'll just get confusing for everybody else now. Fight the dog, eating an arm. Fighting real fucking good. Ooh. Shouldn't be too difficult tackling this one, because it's only one of the lesser. You did a bit of a chunk of change there, but still, I don't think it's going to be an issue. 2 shots and we're done, Yuri? 2 shots and we're done, son? 2 shots and we're done? No. But I think that is the flagging animation. It's a little bit unsteady, though technically it is propped up on one arm, so most people would be a little bit unsteady if you're propped up on one arm. Oh, we're going to go back in time. We did 88 miles per hour damage. Oh, was it 88? Yeah, it was 88, wasn't it? Suddenly doubted myself. I suddenly became my very own doubting Thomas. Right, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We'll pop out for a cheeky heal, then we'll get the fire summon. Pop out for a cheeky heal, then get the fire summon. Seal of speed, ooh, goody. Up to 88 miles an hour. Marty, we gotta go back. Where, Doc? Back to the future. Right. Alice, heal up Yuri. Whoopsie doodles. And save it. That's the ticket. Ding. And then back to the graveyard once more for what is the final fusion. Diddly-doo. A diddly-doo-doo. A diddly-doo. A diddly-doo-doo-doo-doo. Fight the fusion monster, yes. Alright, let's go. We're gonna fucking go. Go Power Rangers, that's right. I think Amon is probably my best bet. I could fight fire with fire if I really desperately wanted to, but Amon is awesome. Amon is the best. Ever seen Amon doing up his vest? No, he doesn't wear one. Weird noises from the fire spirit. I missed what the fire spirit's name was. I was too busy just attacking him. Whoa, that's a nasty amount of damage. Foron. It's a shame, because that's not as good a name as, like, Ifrit or Igni or something. But nonetheless, he is going to take pride of place in my list of souls. That was 160 damage. That was. It was quite nasty. Unfortunately, that was ignition, wasn't it? Yes. I mean, there's not a lot I can do, apart from just try and punch him quicker than he can punch me. Which in fairness, I should be able to do. Because he can't heal himself, and if he's going to use Hellfire, then fucking idiot. I mean, it's still going to do a chunk of change, but nowhere near as much as if he just punched me. You don't use Hellfire. I must admit, it's quite good, because I wouldn't necessarily have shown you Hellfire. Although, no, I think it's his third level ability, so I would have eventually... I will unlock all of them. As I say, I will use strategy and tactics by using the huge jug, the small jug, I think. If I use the... I should be fine. If he attacks me, he might actually be able to do 236 damage. Kind of hoping he doesn't, but he might be able to. What are you going to do, son? You're going to miss. Good. Marvellous. I'm going to take that risk again. Didn't you just say he might be able to kill you with that? Yes, but I killed him first. That's what really matters in this situation, isn't it? That's what really matters. Soul of foreign. I've got a foreign soul. Foreigners. How dare they invade my soul? A feeling of regret envelops you. Yes, I made light of foreigners. Oh, I'm regretting the decision. You received the soul of Ferron. Ooh, baby. I've got all of them. Rest in peace, Alice Elliot. Oh no, that's definitely what's carved on the tiny tombstone. We must change Alice's fate. Dear God, we need to change her fate, and change it real good. Go back, yes. I will warn Alice that her fate has been sealed in the tomb. But unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do about it, so, you know, just give us a little bit of time, Alice. I'll save you. Equipment. Soul equipment. Right, Sandalphon, I suppose what we want to do really is, I believe... Oh, Sandalphon is the higher level. What we want to do is, I suppose, firstly, let us show you Seraphie again. The greater spirit formed from the uncontrolled soul of a harmonix or in a rock. Its power belies its appearance. Its attack causes nearby damage. It causes damage to all enemies nearby. And then finally, Foron. Greater spirit formed by a flaming soul and a powerful demon. It is said that he once stood at the head of the hordes of hell. Yes. He's kind of awesome looking. Gets far more red than Ifrit. But I must admit, Ifrit is far more awesome sounding name, and he's slightly sort of bigger chested and bigger armed, I suppose, to a certain extent, and just thrusting that penis out. Right, what else we got? Egil, greater spirit formed from the frozen black soul of Tiamat, wields the power of dark illusion. The icy needles it fires are said to bring painless death. Lobo, greater earth spirit, formed by the hungry soul of a wolf, controls even spacebound rocks. It is said that its howls frighten even demons of the underworld. Okay, so what I'm thinking I want to do... How much SP do we have? We have 63. We would need... it's difficult to say for certain. So I think that takes it down to about 25. But I think, no, right, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put on Raging Tiger and we're going to leave Sandalphon on for now. Then what the plan is, inside of a battle at some point... I trust you to notice the bigger chest. Hey, that's a manly chest, that one. That's not a guaranteed notice. What the theory is, what I'll do is I'll flick into Raging Tiger, then come back to Yuri, then flick into Sandalphon, which will have lowered my SP quite substantially, and then I'll change to the Jug at some point in the not too distant future, and at that point we can deal with we can deal with getting the third level abilities, because that's the key thing we want to do. Right, what we might as well do, since it's 10:05, we might as well take the break here, and we'll carry on the Dollhouse next time on Shadow Hearts, where once again, I mean, at the moment my notes go as far as to say we need to do the Dollhouse, the ancient ruins, the cave temple, and then deal with a certain book that we have in our possession and work through that arc and see what happens. But I think that does require... We will have to go to the ancient ruins at least twice, I believe, is the unfortunate thing. And the ancient ruins, I believe, if memory serves, are a pain in the arse. Right, we'll do a cheeky little save state. Shut down the PlayStation. And now shut down the controller. Which takes a while, so bear with me. Bear with me. I know you're going to growl in the chat. But nonetheless, there we go. Right, superb. What we doing? 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 Music. What we doing? 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 Music. What we doing? 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 Music. What we doing? 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 Music. I feel like we may have had the sound, the track Jiggy previously. So maybe Rhyme the Fighter down to An Idiot Left. So let's try those, see how long they are. How long are you? Oh, come on, play the fucking things. Okay, so that's looking like... Tell you what, if we remove the short one from the list, that's looking like about 5 to 7 minutes worth of music-items. So enjoy the interim slideshow. I will be back in 5 to 7 minutes. Quick little refresh where I'll change the stream name and stuff. And we'll be doing some Besiege again, see if we can make more progress. I believe we were just killing people, which should be easy enough. He says, not entirely sure it'll be easy enough.